Jaguar Land Rover has unveiled its new Range Rover in London. It's all part of plans for the luxury car maker to reach net zero by 2039. The company will also be supplying electric vehicles to world leaders at that COP26 summit. Nick Collins is Executive Director of Jaguar Land Rover's Vehicles Programme. My colleague Jamie Owen asked him what was so special about the new Range Rover.
Well, we're here in London to reveal the all-new Range Rover. It's the fifth generation of Range Rover, and it really is the flagship of the Land Rover brand. But this is an all-new Land Rover and an all-new Range Rover, iconic in design and all-new from the ground up. And what's really exciting is we're unveiling this car with a range of plug-in hybrid and hybrid engines. But perhaps the most exciting news from 2024, a battery electric Range Rover.
Luxury is obviously important for wealthy consumers, but in this week of all weeks, when everyone is talking about COP and Glasgow, a world beset by climate change, can anyone really justify building this, buying it and driving it?
Well, we think so, and we're playing a very important role, actually, with COP26. We've got a fleet of Jaguar I-Paces up there as part of the conference. But as I just said, you know, we're going to unveil a battery electric vehicle for the new Range Rover. It's the first of 6 all battery electric Land Rovers that you're going to see between here and the end of the decade. And that's really part of our major push towards a net carbon zero business.
And most people, when they think of Land Rover, will think about those roughy-tufty vehicles that are capable of climbing up a mountain. Are you saying that you can really use electric to do all that 4x4 stuff?
Well, without actually getting into too much detail, electric is actually brilliant off-road. So this is a Land Rover. It's a true Range Rover, peerless refinement, modern luxury by design, breathtaking its modernity, but absolutely incredible on all terrains and all surfaces as well.
Are you worried about the electric charging infrastructure in Europe? I mean, I don't want to get into the granular detail about the UK, but in many parts of Europe, there is still a problem about finding suitable charging stations for electric cars.
Well, I think it's a really exciting time for our industry, and by that I mean the broader industry as well. We're all fully committed towards our net carbon zero futures, but at the heart of that is the need for those charging infrastructures. So we're really encouraging all the stakeholders to come together and work together to bring those solutions to the market. We think they will. It's going to be a very exciting time, a very exciting transition for our industry, and it's going to open up a lot of new opportunities as we go forward as well.
So at what point will you be abandoning the traditional fossil fuel cars?
Well, we've made a commitment to go fully electric with our Jaguar brand from 2025, and we're on the journey there with our Land Rover brand as well. And you're going to see us talk more about that in the future. But as I said, the all-new electric Range Rover we're announcing today is the first of 6 all-electric Land Rovers that will be coming to the market between now and the end of the decade.
And I'm sure you'll get a round of applause from some environmentalists for going electric. There is still a wider debate, isn't there, about building cars and car ownership itself. And many environmentalists will simply say to you, the honourable thing to do if you care about the environment is to use public transport. I mean, do you sense that perhaps we might be having to consider giving up that luxury of car ownership?
Well, I think there'll always be a blended solution to transportation, and we believe our cars play an important role in there. You know, what's more luxurious than an electric Range Rover going through a city with 0 tailpipe emissions? You know, that's part of our commitment to that journey. But it's not just the electric Range Rover we're announcing. We're going to have a plug-in hybrid Range Rover right from early next year that's got 62 miles worth of electric-only range. And we actually see in the data we get from our existing customers that equates to about 75% of all of their journeys that they could do in fully electric. But absolutely, as we go forwards through this transition, this mobility transition, there's going to be a blended solution to transportation in all sectors.
Every car boss in the world seems to have appeared on this programme, from Rolls-Royce to BMW, complaining about the global semiconductor shortage affecting their business. How is it for you?
Well, it's been a challenging time. It's a challenging time for the industry. There's obviously been COVID-19 related disturbances, and there's also been the semiconductor challenges. We're working incredibly hard with our supplier partners to navigate that. We're really pleased with how they're working with us. We've got record order bank at the moment, and we're working tirelessly with those supplier partners to reduce any impact on delivery times to our consumers.